Welcome to Calculus. In this video, what I would hope to show you around is to tour around my MCPS and how I teach this class. This is going to be where you're going to go to get all the information for calculus. This is our landing page, and yes, you can do it. Calculus is difficult, but through your efforts and working with me, we're going to figure it out together and you're going to get it done. First of all, you can see the announcements. Anytime we have different things that I need to announce, bell schedules, change in bell schedules, register for AP exam, and stuff like that, you're going to check here. This is the current bell schedule for this year. This is the welcome back video that you're watching, so obviously you found this page. And then this is the online questionnaire that I would like you to fill out after you watch this video. It tells me a little bit about yourself so I can start knowing you better, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I'm going to try to tailor this class best to the people that are in the class and what they need to be successful. I do use the assignment category. They're going to find all kinds of assignments here as we go down through the year. They're going to be different things in different places, and they're going to be in different categories along the way. But you're going to find a lot of assignments here, and they will always be posted, and you'll be notified at upcoming and when they're due and all that stuff. The modules will be where you're going to find a lot of the instructional information. Right now you can only see Unit 1 because that's all I have published. There's a miscellaneous tab that's going to have a lot of some key information in it that will be helpful, and we'll visit in just a moment, and then some other great websites. On the other great websites, let's kind of start there and work backwards. On the other great websites, you want to think of me as kind of like guiding you through calculus, but I am not going to prescribe this class to you. You have to be an active learner in this class. I am not going to spoon feed you. Desmos is a great graphing program online. It's free, and there's a great app that you can get on your phone if you need to or if you'd like to. You cannot use your phone in Desmos on our quizzes and tests, but within the assignments and learning the activities, you're going to see me use Desmos a lot of times to demonstrate things. Khan Academy is also excellent. Khan Academy has AP/AB part of their website, and you probably want to log in there. You can find some extra resources and all that kind of stuff, that some extra instructional videos and problem sets that you might need in this class. There are other websites that are very, very good, and these are all just kind of linked, and you can use them as you would like. They're also through the AP Central, the College Board writes our exam, and they've created what's called the AP Classroom. I will be using that as we go through the class. Right now I'm not sure how I'm going to use that, and as soon as I do, I will give you access to it to support your learning and understand how the AP exam might be written in terms of how they might ask the questions. Under the miscellaneous tab, and we'll spend some time in the course syllabus in just a few moments, you find all kinds of different resources that you may need. One of the things that you will find useful is like, maybe you don't know how to remember how to find the volume of a cone. The geometry one is a nice resource because you don't have to memorize any of these geometry formulas in calculus. We'll give them to you, but for when you're doing assignments and things like that, take a look at the geometry formulas or pre-cal formulas if you don't remember an identity, or possibly the unit circle. You need to look that stuff up. That's all here. One of the things that's here is the course syllabus, and like I said, we'll spend a lot of time on that in just a few moments, but let's go to Unit 1 first. Under the Unit 1 tab, you're going to find the notes. These are a copy of the notes that I use in the instructional videos. So sometimes I'll have very complex diagrams. You don't really need to redraw those diagrams. You can print out these notes and then just take your notes like in the margins or below it, and then you can really pay attention to the video and not have to worry about copying things down. There's an assignment sheet, which I'll show you in just a second. There's the problem set that we'll be using in class, and I'll give you a hard copy of this, but it's also here just in case you need it. This is the answer key to the problem set, and then this is where you're going to find all the instructional videos, which is what we're going to be talking about in class and working with. Let's take a look at the assignment sheet. On the assignment sheet, what you're going to find is the assignment sheet for our first unit on limits and continuity. So the way I have it set up is that you're going to watch this first video, which is linked here, and it's also linked back on the module page. And that first video is going to be on estimating limits. And you need to watch that video before you come to class on Wednesday, September 4th. Okay? And then based upon that video, you'll be able to work the first assignment that will be in the assignment packet that I will share with you. What you can see is that I have everything here for you to follow through with. So I tell you, like, okay, you have a prerequisite skills quiz. That's an online assignment. That's going to be due on Sunday the 8th. You have an online assignment number 1 that's going to cover the first 3 videos and the first 3 assignments, and that's due on September 9th. And then you have another online assignment the next weekend. And then we kind of work our way down and we play some Jeopardy. We have fun in class. That's a review assignment that you're going to be playing for some points. We have a group test. The group tests are generally things that are going to be used to review, to get ready for the real test. And then you can see I've allocated 2 days for the test. This is something I have to work with Ms. Thatcher on to decide whether we want to do it just in 1 day or we're going to do it in 2 days. So the assignment sheets are really beneficial, and for the most part, unless we get a change in schedule, like based upon like snow or a hurricane or something like that, the dates are pretty solid. They're pretty good. So you know, when I put them out there, if I have to update them, I'll let you know. But most of the point, you'll find that right here on the assignment sheet. And like I said, if it's updated, I'll update it in class, and also I'll post it here. Let's go back and close up module, or close up the first unit and go to the miscellaneous tab, and under that you'll find the course syllabus. And obviously this is what I'm going to use to tell you about everything about the class. First of all, the AP exam is on May the 5th. This is my email address. If you need to email me, email is a great way to get a hold of me. You know, email me at this address. Please use the .org address, not the .net. This is my cell phone number. I give that to you because, you know, we're working together to get this calculus thing done, and I give you my cell phone number because I do want to hear from you at certain times. I'm available before school. I'm available after school. I'm available during lunchtime. You generally will find me in room C310, which is in the building. I know I teach in the portables, but I float around, and I'm up in the math department office most of the time, which is C310. And then along the way, I do send out a lot of messages on Remind. So please join the Remind group at @93E43 and to 81010. In the rest of the syllabus, I tell you a little bit about calculus. I tell you a little bit about the flipped classroom. And really, we call it the flipped classroom, but this class is taught in a blended model. There will be some stuff done in class. When you come in, I will clarify videos for you. I will present material in a little bit different way, and then you know, and then you'll have approximately maybe 25, 30 minutes somewhere in there to work on the assignments in class. So it is, I would call it more the blended classroom, not the flipped classroom. Your attendance is mandatory. You're probably in AP Calculus because you come to school and you do what you're supposed to be doing. But if you have an attendance problem, we are implementing the Montgomery County Schools policy for E3, which is unexcused absences. If you get too many unexcused absences, we might come up with an attendance intervention plan. I don't have a lot of trouble with this in this class, but if I do, I will contact you. I will talk to you in class, or I will reach out to your parents. I can look up all their information and reach out to them by cell phone. And so I will definitely be very proactive, and I will take attendance in a timely manner every single day. Academic honesty, we do a lot of stuff in class together. So we work on assignments together, we work on group assignments together. I want you working together. You're going to learn as much from your classmates as you are from me. But when I do ask you to do things alone, like when I ask you to do a quiz alone, or if I ask you to do a test alone, that's where I want you working alone. Now you're showing me what you can do, not what your neighbor can do. Math department, in terms of our calculator policy, what you're going to find in this class is one of the harder things in this class is that we take the calculator away from you. About 70% of the AP exam is non-calculator, and so that's the way the class is taught. About 70% of the assignments are non-calculator. Basically, right now, you can put your calculator away until December. Around Thanksgiving time, we'll start working with our graphing calculator, and yes, you do need a graphing calculator to complete the problems when I get to that point. I tell you a little bit about classwork and why we do our classwork, and that's really what's going to drive the class each of the days individually. The course syllabus, in terms of the course outline, like what are we going to work on, there is a Unit 6, and in Unit 6 that's a review for the AP exam, but it's a very traditional calculus class, so we're limits, we find the derivatives, we apply the derivatives. That'll all happen in first semester. Second semester, we integrate, and then we apply the integral, and then we get ready for the AP exam. The prerequisite skills is the assignment that I showed you online a few moments ago. And the prerequisite skills are going to be what are you bringing to me? What are you bringing to this class? I'd like you to do that assignment, and please don't use a calculator, don't use your friends, don't use your parents, don't do it with a tutor. Do it all by yourself. I want to see where you are right now. You're going to hear me say a number of times through this year, calculus is easy. You're going to understand the derivative. You're going to get what I taught you, what I'm teaching you. What people struggle with is getting the correct answer, but it has more to do with the algebra skills and the pre-calculus skills they bring to me than it does with the calculus. So I want to find out what you know and what you don't know right now, so I can best support you in the classroom and throughout the class to make sure you're successful in here. In terms of how we get grades, we have two different categories. We have a category for basically that homework, assignments, whatever, assignment quizzes, and I'm going to show you about that in a second. And that's 10% of your grade, and then all your graded work, which is 90% of your grade. Within this kind of 10%, there are two things. We give you assignment quizzes, and the assignment quizzes are let's say we were in our first unit, and you watch a video for Monday, and we go over the video on Monday, and then you get a chance to work on the assignment, the first assignment, for a couple of days in class, and then after a couple of days, and I've answered lots of questions, then what I might do is I might give you an assignment quiz, say later in the week, say Thursday, and I'll give you that assignment quiz. Then you can use any of your notes, you can use anything you've done in terms of the assignment. So if you've done the assignment, you can simply copy it down. I'm going to give you back one problem from that assignment, exact. So I'm going to give you like all the numbers, everything's going to be exactly the same. So as long as you've done your assignment, you should get 100% of those points. That's just kind of me checking on, like, are you doing in class what you're supposed to be doing? A second part to that 10% grade are these online assignments. The online assignments are basically essential questions. This is what you need to know to be successful from these assignments. And you will do like 2 or 3 assignments, and then there will be an online assignment as we go through the class. These ones you're welcome to work with me on. If you're not sure about things, you're welcome to work with friends. These are things that, like, we're going forward, we're going to quiz you, we're going to test you. These are what the problems are going to look like. So those two grades combined will be 10% of your overall grade, and then the other 90% come from like your evaluations. The group assignments are just that. I will put you into groups, I set you in groups, and I determine your groups. I will change groups at least once per unit. You'll generally stay for about 2 weeks with the same group. And when I do groups, I sort everybody by their current grade. And then I ensure that every group has some people that are getting A's, maybe some people are getting B's, and then maybe some people that are struggling a little bit. The group assignments are a great review activity that you're going to help each other review for your quizzes and your tests. And so these group assignments are to get you ready for the quizzes and the tests. Hopefully the group assignments are very successful. We will have quizzes along the way, like in the middle of units, and getting you ready for the test, kind of the formative category, so to say, in some of the other classes. And then the test, and we will have a test at the end of each unit, and sometimes we even have a test kind of in the middle of the unit. Reassessments, I will let you reassess in terms of like earning some points back. You can do a rework on your quizzes, only your quizzes. They'll be identified before the quiz, obviously, and you can get, by working the problems that you did wrong, you can get 1/3 of the points back. The grading, very traditional grading scale. If you have questions about that, please talk to me. And then I give you some points on how to be successful. These are important. These are very important. So take a look at them. Watch the videos, do the assignments, put your phone away. When I'm teaching, I don't teach a lot in front of the room. I'm standing up at the Promethean board. You better pay attention. If you're not paying attention, you're going to struggle. Like that, this is not a give me class by any stretch. So please, be engaged when you need to be engaged. Use your class time wisely. Sometimes, if I have you second period, maybe you got that physics test coming up, like 5th period, and you're trying to get ready for it, but then you're going to lose out on that working on calculus time, and you lose out on asking me questions specific to the assignment. Don't fall behind. This is an incredibly cumulative class. If you fall behind, it's really difficult to get caught back up. I talked about being an active learner. Join the Remind group, and then come to class regularly and be ready to go. Be excited about what we're doing and be prepared. If you need something, ask me. If you need a calculator, ask me. If you need a pencil, ask me. If you need paper, whatever. I'm here to remove all those distractions and all those barriers for you. I want you to be a successful learner. So when you're here with me for 45, 46 minutes, let's get going, let's get it on. In terms of phones, I'm not an ogre about phones, but I also know they are distractible. When you want to be online or when you need to be online, because we will be doing some stuff online, I will ensure that you have Chromebooks available for you. Generally, put your phone away. We don't really need them in this class. You can do everything you're going to need to do in the Chromebooks and the calculators we talked about as well. If you have questions about the syllabus at all, I can answer them when we get into class. One of the other things that I use on the MyMCPS platform that you'll find will be very helpful for you is the calendar. So on the calendar, and what you can see is we're still in August, so let's go to September. Your first day of school is Tuesday, and along the way, I will update this. I'll put my notes and stuff from, like, let's say you missed Wednesday's class. If you missed Wednesday's class, this is where I will post the notes. So the notes will be posted right here on the calendar. You can see so far I have the online assignments kind of updated. You got your prerequisite skills are due by Sunday night. You have an online assignment that's due by Monday night. When I say they're due by like Sunday, due Sunday by midnight, Monday by midnight, and then the weekend after that, you got a second online assignment. And then I think my test dates were on that Friday the 20th and Monday the 23rd. I will put those in. I just have not done so already. So that's the website. That's MyMCPS. This is calculus. I'm so excited to have you in class, and I can't wait to get going. I treasure the time that I get to spend with you and work together and hopefully teach you a little bit about calculus or maybe a little bit about life. We'll have some fun together, and I'm really excited that you're in my class. Welcome back.